Back in the 1950s, there was a school of people at the University of Pittsburgh looking at early childhood education.
They felt that physicians needed a training ground so that they had a sense of where human behavior was coming from the very beginning.
Dr. Benjamin Spock was part of it. Barry Brazelton, the famous pediatrician, was a part of it. Eric Erickson, the extraordinary psychologist, was a part of it. And Fred's part of that group. He became part of the group as a student of Margaret McFarland.
Fred, I think to the child, the television program between you and the child is a real relationship.
Freedom to say the feelings of a young child are every bit as powerful as our adult feelings. He was radical. I know everyone says that, but he was radical.
I've always felt that I didn't need to put on a funny hat or jump through the hoop to have a relationship with the child. I went to visit with a new nursery school. I had never met these children before, and I walked in, and there was a long stare from most of them, and one little boy by the name of Thatcher spoke first. And all he said was, "My doggie's ear came off in the automatic washer." And there was silence, just complete silence. It was as if, "This is your test, Mr. Rogers. Are you still in touch with childhood?" And so I said, "Sometimes that happens to toys, doesn't it? Their ears come off or their legs come off, but that never happens to us. Our ears don't come off, our noses don't come off, our arms don't come off." And Thatcher's eyes were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and he said, "And our legs don't come off?" And I said, "No, they don't." And immediately, all of the other children started asking questions, and poignant questions. It was just as if, "We shall now open the door. You have passed the test. You may come in."
And what he wanted to do was to take all of that he learned in television work, add to that a sense of ministry and the child development background. It became Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
A neighborhood was a place where, at times that you felt worried, scared, unsafe, would take care of you, would provide understanding, safety. That's what the neighborhood was for Fred.
Television has the chance of building a real community out of an entire country.
The neighborhood is not a fantasy place where all these different people got together and everything was happily ever after. When you have diverse people together with their different opinions, you have conflict. And that's what happens in the neighborhood. You have conflict, real conflict.